Good morning. Times are marching on. Got to get these doors sorted. So today, all doors. On today's show, more door work. Getting a bit fed up with these doors, but they've got to be done. So obviously I need to install the door jamb. I need to shore this up a bit more. I think the welds have come away from there. They were just tacked on. And also I need to raise the height. So the easiest way to do this is actually to remove the running boards, remove the fenders. Again, they're not bolted on, easy enough to remove, and that'll give me better access. Because what I'll probably do is once I weld this in that corner, I'll probably put a jack under that corner and bend the whole thing up a bit and see if that will close that gap. So let me get with the stripping. Right, for now, I've jacked up that corner to give it a bit more height in the top right corner there. I've not welded anything on yet. I thought there's no point welding it and then jacking it and then you're fighting against what you just welded. So what I'll do is I'll tack it there just now and see if we're in the right sort of ballpark. And then if it's looking good, then I'll weld it all more permanently, okay? Right, let's see where we're at. Height's a bit better. I still need to bend the bottom and the top. I think I'm happy enough to be able to weld it a bit more securely now, and then I can just jack it up to bend it in place, is the plan. This needs to be a wee bit more secure. Maybe add a strip down this side. Righty ho, we're welding. Back in a bit. Right, I spared you all the horrific twisting and bending and jacking and hammering. So here's where we are at now. Once that's closed on a catch, that's flush. Gap's not quite perfect there, but really, who cares? Top is bent in nicely. This almost lines up. And if I put the strike plate a little bit higher, it'll lift the door a tiny bit more. So, right, I'm happy with that. I can secure all this now on the inside and then get stuck into the door jamb and strike plate. Right, I found my door jamb, or door jambs. Here's the thing, right? These door jambs are actually for a sedan, so they go kind of straight up, and mine actually curves round like that. Now, the reason this is in 2 bits is I knew this would have to be done. However, when I did it on the driver's side, I picked up the wrong door jamb and cut it in the wrong place. So I need to reattach that and then trim the top where it's supposed to curve in. Sorry, not that way. It curves in the way like this. If you remember, the door, the window at the top curves round on the coupe, whereas the sedan goes straight up. So this will need to get kind of cut here and bent over a little bit, and then probably chopped there because there is part of the door jamb already on it. It's a bit of a mess, but the first thing, join that together. That shouldn't be too bad. It was a nice clean cut, so I'll clean that up and just do a little seam weld on 84-year-old steel. That'll be easy. Ah well, whatever. Right then, if my calculations are correct, well, that would be a first for a start, but if they are, then this door jamb should now slot in place. I have cut these bits at the sides so that I can bend that, because this section here just bends a little bit. I might have to trim a bit off the top, but as I said before, better too long than too short. Just a wee bit too long. I'm going to trim 1/8 of an inch off of that back shortly. Right, let's try again. Close enough. Right, I'll weld that in. Well, I'll tack it in first, but I think that'll be okay. I suppose we should make sure the door still shuts, eh? It's not completely welded in, it's really just kind of tacked in for now. As long as the door shuts, we should be fine. Lovely. Yeah, we're all still good. Right, I'll give that a bit of reinforcement, and then I'll work on the strike plate for this guy. Unfortunately, it's not going to be there, because again that came from a sedan and I'm going to have to make it, I think it's a bit higher up, and I'll show you. Yeah, it's like 3 inches. That section there is 3 inches too low for that, but that's okay because I can just make a new plate, no problem. It's a hot rod. It's kind of a rat rod. It's kind of a hot rat rod. Next up, I need to make my strike plate. So I made a little template. This will be where the catch comes in. So this will have a slight angle to it to make it a bit easier for the catch mechanism to go in. And drill a hole there, there, and it will be adjustable on the door jamb. So trace round that onto this steel. I've gone for a fairly thick steel. It's not as thick as the stuff I have been using. It's thick enough because it's going to take a lot of abuse when I keep slamming the door. Right, trace round this, cut it out, drill the holes onto the car. One strike plate. So I'll put this on kind of loose and then I'll close the door and hopefully it'll fit. And then once it's in the right place, I'll tighten up the strike plate onto the door jamb. Okay. At least I hope it fits. Oh yes, oh yes. So now if I tighten it up where it is, it should work. Of course, my ratchet's inside. Right, let us see if it opens again. Oh, it opens. Oh, that's a good start. Oh, that's even better than the other side. View from another angle. I've lubed up the mechanism. It's a bit messy for now, but once it penetrates, I'll wipe it all down. So there we go. It's actually a lot more solid than the other side. However, this is now attached to the body. It was just kind of flopping, and the other side's still a bit floppy. That's why it's rattling at this side. Great. I mean, it's still noisy until I put the rubber bushing, the rubber seals and all that kind of stuff. So when I slam it, it's going to clunk. Excellent. Well, I would love to continue with the welding fabrication stuff, but Ugh. I'm out of gas, or just about out of gas. There's nothing worse than being halfway through a job and the gas runs out, so I'll probably just do some random thing to use up the leftover gas and then take the bottle down and get refilled. Right, I tell you what I don't need welding for. Grinding. Let's make that door look like the rest of the car, shall we? There we go. And the finishing touch. Why did I do that? You're wondering. Well, a gunshot wound would have gone in the way and I pushed it outwards to make it easier to grind down. So I was just putting it back to the way it was. Wasn't doing anything wrong. Anyway, let's have a closer look. Now I know it's a lot brighter than the panels at either side. They both started off like that, but once I put some clear coat on and it fades in, it'll kind of turn to that, which is good because that in the direct sunlight is actually quite dangerous. You kind of want a bit of matte to it and it'll fade down to, you can see what's happened here. I need to take care of that rusty spot though, but everything else, this was all done at the same time and it's all faded down quite nicely. So I just need to slap some clear coat on the other side, but I'm not going to do it right now because I've still got some welding to do, and clear coat is still paint, so it will be flammable. Another job done. Right folks, I better put this car back together, get it put away. I think it might be raining soon and I've not got paint in that. That would be a disaster. So I'll get it together, put it back in, and I'll see you tomorrow. So thanks for dropping by everyone. Please subscribe, hit the bell, share, like, dislike, whatever. I'm good. Bye for now.